We all have a mental graveyard of unlaunched ideas. The businesses we never started, the conversations we avoided, the skills we gave up on after a single frustrating afternoon. Most of us are waiting for a specific feeling. We stay at the edge of the canyon because we believe that taking action requires us to feel completely ready first. We assume that the fear must vanish before the work can begin. Ben lived his life by this logic. He was capable and intelligent, but he entirely outsourced his self-trust. If a crowd praised an idea, he liked it. If someone criticized him once, he remembered it for years. He lived in a state of constant hesitation, waiting for someone else to give him the signal that he was ready. This habit creates a dangerous loop. The more Ben looked to others for proof of his capability, the quieter his own intuition became. By the time he reached adulthood, he had no idea how to make a decision without first checking the faces of the people around him. This is the moment where most dreams actually end. We take a single, isolated bad result and treat it as a definitive verdict on our future. Ben didn't just see a broken wheel, he saw a broken version of himself. Ben might have stayed in that workshop forever if his neighbor Mara hadn't stopped by. She watched him sitting among his abandoned tools and told him plainly that he wasn't just disappointed, he was hiding. Mara asked him a question that shifted the weight of the failure. She asked, "If a bridge breaks while you are building it, do you say, 'I am a terrible bridge builder'? Or do you say, 'This design was wrong'?" This distinction changed everything for Ben. On the left is a failed identity, where you believe you are the problem. On the right is a failed design, where the problem is just a specific component on a blueprint. Realizing that a mechanical failure isn't a character flaw is what allowed Ben to walk back to the workbench. He didn't need to fix his personality, he just needed to fix the wheel. Ben began to operate within a new framework. We can look at this as an action data loop. Instead of asking, "Why am I a failure?" Ben looked at the cart and asked, "What did I learn?" Failure was no longer a source of shame. It was simply the process of extracting data. The weak wheel wasn't an insult, it was information telling him exactly where the wood needed to be thicker. He built version 2. It was better, but the frame buckled under the weight of a second barrel. More data. He adjusted the design for version 3. More data. Version 4 worked for 3 days before a bolt sheared off. By the time he reached this stage, something had changed. Ben no longer cared if the neighbors laughed. He wasn't working for their approval anymore. He was working to solve the technical problems the data had revealed. Eventually, Ben rolled out a version that worked. He tested it, pushed it to its limit, and finally helped a local farmer carry water across a rocky field. When the farmer asked if it was reliable, Ben didn't look at the crowd for an answer. He looked at the cart and said, "Yes, I've tested it. I trust it." Ben didn't find confidence in a book or a pep talk. He engineered it through the physical evidence of his own repetitions. Years later, Ben was known across the hills for his inventions. When people asked him when he finally became confident, he gave them a surprising answer. He still felt nervous every morning. He still doubted his own designs. Confidence isn't the absence of doubt. As this graph shows, the line for action can climb higher and higher, even while the line for doubt stays right where it is. Confidence is simply the ability to keep moving while the doubt is still present. The belief you are looking for comes after taking action, never before it. You don't wait for the feeling to start. You start so that the feeling has a reason to exist. When you stop treating a temporary failure as a permanent identity, you become capable of surviving the thousands of small mistakes required to build something that actually works. Stop waiting for the perfect conditions or the day the fear disappears. Those things are not requirements for movement. You must begin while still uncertain. Step into the fog. Let the first version break, and look closely at the pieces. Your mind needs evidence that you can survive a setback. Every time you fix what went wrong and try again, you are providing that evidence. You are finally earning your own trust. Act first. Let your progress build the belief that you've been waiting for all along.